gorgeous. Welcome back to Ed Hunts. Today we have a small stack of games, 2 Takedown, 2 CEX and 1 DVD box set. We have the Scary Movie 4-pack at the bottom there. That trades in for £4, paid £1 for that. Got Sonic Unleashed, House of the Dead 2 and 3, Final Fantasy 14 on the PC, that actually trades in for £6. Sonic Heroes, SpongeBob SquarePants, Fight Night Champion, 2K19 and Wii Sports. So let's input in all of the games and DVD box set into the CEX app, and as you can see we get some pretty good amounts for some of these games. Most of these games and DVD box set I paid £1 for, so the grand total that we'll be getting for all of these is $33.40 in voucher. Take these down to CEX, pass by a few places on the way to see if we can add to the pot, and I'll see you when I get back.
Nothing really. It's not too bad. I know it's import, but £10 TNC in Hong Kong. It's alright. French. Dreamcast keyboard, that's pretty easy, 15 quid. Yeah, a few. Just in this morning collectible shopping for I need to. And that's like 20, that's well cheap. More loose carts, some loose carts up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have a good route through here, some good stuff. I found a few things. We'll come back to my manual though.
Today we have a stack of games and DVDs to take down to CEX to get their in-store credit. So from the top we've got The Hobbit Extended Edition 15 disc box set, WWE 2K20 on the Xbox One, 2 PlayStation 4 games, 5 PlayStation 3 games, 3 Xbox 360 games, 4 Wii games. We got a steering wheel at the top that has a Wii remote inside it as well, but the steering wheel will be going with Mario Kart and the Wii remote will be going in on its own. So let's put all of these into the CEX app and let's see how much credit we will be making. Since the recording of this video, the price of WWE 2K20 has gone down to $160, so I've input 2 just to compensate for that. All the other prices have remained the same though. We still do get some really good amounts for the Wii stuff as well. Unbelievable, you're still getting £10 for a Wii remote and we'll get $83.20 voucher if they take everything. But we do get some cash for some of these items. So have a good look around CEX to see if there's any games or special editions that are worth picking up, and we'll go through the receipts when we get back as well, and I'll see you in CEX.
Now, I don't know if they put that wrong or not, but I don't think it's supposed to be £100. Let me know in the comments if it is or not, but that looks like it's bought it wrong. 1000-year door. No. I don't know, but that looks a bit dodgy to me. It looks like it might be a reprinted cover. It could be Ghost in the Shell without manual. Bloody hell. Clerk pad, 80 quid. Jesus. 65 for NES. Let's go and have a look. Some cool loose carts here actually that you don't see very often. Look at that Catwoman, you never see that one. Pokemon Pinball, don't see that one too often. Ghostbusters 2, Earthworm Jim, Jurassic Park, Bob Simpsons, Gargoyles, Perfect Dark. It's got the Sega Saturn gun as well, Diddy Kong Racing there. Got a decent Mega Drive games here as well. Dreamcast.
So let's have a look at the Xbox 360 section now, and as you can see the prices here are starting to climb a little bit. It's not a section that I have a major interest in myself, however I know a lot of collectors are starting to collect for the Xbox 360, so it's something that I do want to educate myself on and just to know the prices and know what kind of games that people are after. So you can see this Banjo-Kazooie game is just £5 still, Blackwater just £3. Two games that I don't really see too often when I'm out and about on the hunt. As you can see, some of these games are still fairly cheap, so if you are looking to collect for the Xbox 360, now is not a bad time to start collecting, especially with the digital store down. As you can see, this Kane and Lynch special edition is £4 and the regular edition next to it is £2, so they are starting to differentiate in prices for the special edition and the regular edition. Let's over to the PlayStation 2 section now, and as you can see, this Final Fantasy X2 is still just £3. A lot of these Final Fantasy games on the PlayStation 2 are still a reasonable price, so if they do have them in stock and at a reasonable price and they're complete, don't see why you shouldn't pick them up. Let's get back on with the hunt. Finally found this in like nice condition, just £3 as well, so yeah, probably gonna pick up Final Fantasy X right here. So look at some of these other PS2 games. Some of these are getting expensive, and yeah, Really Guy 2, Really Guy 1 there, £6. It's quite tempting actually to grab some of these games, really, honestly. Hard to find them in nice condition. This is why I always look behind the counter, because yeah, official white nunchuck box to gain complete, just £4, and that's how much they sell it for just on its own. So this is an average selling price of about a tenner, so yeah, really good. Another section I am keeping a keen eye on is the PlayStation 3 section, as some of the prices here are also starting to rise along with the 360 section, as there is a want for people to collect the PlayStation 3 once again. Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe, a game that hasn't really dropped in price over the years too much. Ni no Kuni, just £4 here as well. We do pick up some manga anime style type fighting games for the PlayStation 3, but let's get back to the games room while we've got another stack of games to go through. So we have yet another stack of games and a Blu-ray box set to take down to CEX to get their in-store credit. My local CEX just did get some new retro in, so we're going to take these down there and let's see what we can get for them. I know FIFA 15 at the top there trades in for £4. We got Mario Kart Double Dash, which actually did get rejected the last time I tried to trade it in, so we'll try that again. That trades in for 18. WWE 2K20 trades in for 3. Once again, we do put in 4 copies of WWE 2K20 to compensate for the price drop. As you can see, £3 for Rebel Strike there. Didn't want to trade that in, but it is a little bit scratched. We got £5 for the Assassin's Creed at the top there, and £5 for the Twilight Saga at the bottom. So we'll be getting a £70 voucher in total for all this. And we're going to take this down to CEX, and I believe they have some really nice boxed N64 and SNES games. So let's see what they got. Oh my god. So just while we wait for the games to be checked and traded in, just having another look through another part of the retro display, I did notice that there is a gentleman next to me that is trading in some loose Super Nintendo games. However, he's got a couple of bags that they're not taking in. So there is another young lady next to me that is looking through the other bag, as she was also buying Super Nintendo games at the same time as me. So we're going through these bags right now, and as you can see, most of these are ROM hacks, and you can see I've got this Action Replay in my hand, which I do grab. Unfortunately, I'm not able to grab a load of these games because they weren't offered to me first. They were offered to the young lady first, and she wanted to buy them, so there weren't much I could do. So we do end up grabbing a few of these titles, and we do end up grabbing some of these Action Replays as well. The guy also did have a box console that they wouldn't take too, so I do get that. So let's go back to the games room, and I'll tell you a bit more what's going on here, and I'll show you what I got today. And we're back. So just came back from a few charity shops, a load of CEXs, a few collectible shops, and a few video game shops. So let's go through all the receipts, and I'll show you what I've got for each of the piles that I showed you earlier. From the first pile, as you can see, they took most of the games, and we did get some decent amounts just here as well. Probably the highlight being the Wii Sports cardboard sleeve for £5, and the Final Fantasy 14 PC edition, which only cost me £1.50, I think. So yeah, some pretty good amounts there. Scary Movie box set, £4 as well. Now in the second larger pile, I thought I would actually get cash this time to offset a little bit of the costs, and we did end up actually making a £20 profit, as we only paid 15 for all of these games and we got back 35 cash. And then we did keep the Hobbit DVD back as exchange, so we got 17 for that. And then I did take down a bunch of other DVDs and stuff which I didn't actually put on camera earlier, and just because most of them are like 1p, 10p, some of them are like £1 as well, but nothing crazy. So we ended up getting a £20 voucher and £35 cash, and obviously what we bought was $55.20. Was one charity shop that I went to off camera, and I got a bunch of DVDs. They were free for £1, so I managed to get some good amounts here, and we did keep one DVD back, which I'll show you in the pickups. On the third bigger pile, we did actually manage to chop in most of the games, and they did take most of them, so happy days. Unfortunately, with Donkey Konga, when I scanned it, it came up with the Bongos price, so yeah, I only ended up getting 80p, and I actually lost a bit of money on that, but I did make a lot of money on like Fallout 3, for example, which only cost me £1, and Mario Kart, which only cost me a few pounds as well. Now the reason why I traded in Mario Kart was because the disc was not in the best condition, so didn't really want to keep it, didn't want to like take it to a market, so thought the best thing to do was take it to CEX, and yeah, as you see, we've got some good amounts here, and we got £75 voucher in total. So this is a pile of games from the most recent boot sales that I forgot to go through beforehand. So we've got Minecraft at the top there, which was only £1, got 5 for that. Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter, Little Big Planet, NHL, 007 and Call of Duty Black Ops. I think all of them were £1 each, so made some decent profit there. I think we got a total, yeah, of £19.40 back from £7, so yeah, £12.40 profit on that. On these last two receipts, I had to wait to get this tested, so I got £10 for the Wii Remote, and then I got £7 for Minecraft on the Xbox One. That was actually cash. Paid £1 for that, again, just to offset some of the costs. So as you can see, we made a pretty healthy profit on a lot of those piles, and we got quite a few pickups with those vouchers too. So let's get all of the pickups out on the floor, and I will show you exactly what I got. So here's some of the pickups from CEX and some charity shops. As you can see, there's two WWE, WWF CDs there. They were both found by Bargain Ben, just £1 each. And I'm telling you, these have some absolutely amazing tracks on them. Been playing it, and yeah, really bringing back the nostalgia there. We got a box copy of Pilotwings 64 for the N64. I believe that worked out to be 22. Not in the greatest condition, but not too bad either. We have Prophecy, the Viking Child, on the Game Boy. Now this was just £10. Now this is quite a high-end game, quite rare. As you can see, the condition is not fantastic. It is boxed and complete inside. But it just had it for £10 in the collectible shop, and we got Bram Stoker's Dracula just beneath it. That one was just £20, and this one is really rare. I've never even seen this loose before, so to get a box complete, not in the best condition, but for just £20 all day long. We've got Magical Tetris Challenge, which we got from CEX with voucher at just £8. We've got Wave Race, just £2. Final Fantasy X Lewis, finally got it for you, just £3. And we've got a Wii Nunchuck in its box that was just £4. We also have Paintball, Ultimate Paintball on the Game Boy Color, which we got alongside Prophecy and Dracula, and all three of those were just £30 together. And we've got the Ninja Turtles movie, which we got from a charity shop. We already traded in the other DVDs that we got with it, made some money, so this was technically completely free. So here's the second pile, and I am trying to kind of focus on like this generation, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii a little bit more as well nowadays. Trying to get some kind of, you know, less sing titles. So we've got BlazBlue Continuum Shift Extend there for £6, and just beneath it we got Arcana Hearts 3 also for just £10, both boxed and complete, really nice condition. Also trying to get a few more loose carts for the markets, as they do tend to sell really well. So we've got X-Men Mutant Academy there on the Game Boy Color. We've got Yoda Stories there, which I don't really see that often at all on the Game Boy Color. It's only like £6, I think. Spider-Man just beneath it. And another rare one we got is a really cheap game as well, but yeah, very, very difficult to find otherwise. Common title, then we've got Crash Dummies as well. That was only like £5 or £6. Now, we've got Mind Gym there as well. We do have a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Turtles on the 3DS. Now, the rest of this stuff, now you're going to be like, what? Mario ROM hacks. We've got a box complete mint Super Famicom. Obviously there's a few marks on it, but inside is absolutely beautiful. I'll show you that in a minute. And we've got these retro gen adapters and action replays up here as well. And then we've got this absolutely beautiful Super Scope, boxed and complete. We'll open those up in a minute and I'll show you inside. And this is all from a gentleman that was just unable to trade these in at CEX, so he offered me and that young lady the opportunity to buy them. Unfortunately, I wasn't offered first, so the young lady was kind enough to let me buy a few of the games and the pieces in here. So for the Super Famicom and the action replay stuff and the ROM hacks, I ended up spending only £50 on all that, and then the Super Scope was with credit as well. So that is inside the Super Famicom. As you can see, it is complete all inside. Also, the Super Scope is complete and in very, very nice condition. So as you can see with the Super Famicom and those Mario ROM hacks, but I'll tell you the little story behind it. So was just in CEX buying some Super Nintendo games. There was a young lady next to me as well, also buying some Super Nintendo games. And the way the CEX works is that there's like 3 people serving, and there was another gentleman and he was trading in like a load of Super Nintendo games. It was just very weird how this is all happening at once. And he had a big bag of Mario ROM hacks and like the action replays that you saw there as well, and a Super Famicom that he just was not able to sell in CEX. So the colleague at CEX said, these 2 people are buying SNES games, so why don't you try and do a deal with them? So yeah, we just literally just went outside and I was having a look through the bag, and yeah, managed to get a few bits and pieces. He did kind of offer it more to the young lady, so she was able to get the better picks out of there, unfortunately, but did manage to get the action replays and a few ROM hacks as well, which I'm really, really happy with. So yeah, all in all, really, really happy with all the pickups that I was able to get today. So the next retro game market I will be selling at will be in Milton Keynes on September 14th. Here's some more details. The Milton Keynes Gaming Market will be taking place at the Centre MK on Saturday, September 14th. Visit www.miltonkeynesgamingmarket.com for more information and tickets. So, if you enjoyed that, hit that like button, consider subscribing. I'll see you